jibe wala mu ila time with at the State House. Yedoko ke nga konga fanyaming and ita fonga yafo. Yedoko ke from dila jamal to radio to GRTS American Embassy. But in nataje ko yedoko ke State House, Office of the President. Yedoko ke je signafula President Koto Jammeh as Director of Press and Public Relations. Nenku metel be maralinu ala kibata ni kibaja nyaw kola anim bantalon kol temo. Lafa ke sabale koma ke samba ila sinya follow kadoko keje. Biri ye commandi. Eko President Koto Jammeh lafta pour ye doko kaye. Yetara as part of his inner circle at the State House. Wetara no mindole anim fanan munenata no ila mind come because this was a time when Musa for Jammeh batanding flow, Kumol Befola and all of those things. Tonyala kadoko ke president could be an honor, but at the same time for somebody like Jammeh as a keno kija farakudi. Nse engininka biri ye call even munela even munekegang and what was the first thing men not ila mind come.
What time? It was in 2011. It was former president's birthday. I like to do documentaries. In Yajibe, I did one on GRTS, maybe audio will be deleted. But I used to do a lot of documentaries. I did one on mental health, Kampama. I did another one on the Millennium Bug, Otumomeka for year 2000, Computer Baby Lola. I did a documentary on that. And so Jammeh's birthday, I wanted to do something. And I did a documentary for him. It was just 17 minutes. Documentary in nga dida nga voice nko nyine ko laftale ya play Jammeh's birthday. It was in 2011. No documentary played wala muso kumbota. Zainab akumbota. People were crying because it was so touching. Nga kenyameng come like Jammeh cool meno keke because Jammeh is a be farmer. But I said those to element beteata. Nobody can deny that. Dol biji ka cool dol kele fonte ko wow. But the dol biji fanang side do fanang bala men karauta pake ole me ala cool tia. So bidding out documentary play wo play ta wo dulato mo jama kumbota. Ate Jammeh ko ya play kote asamo yen call kote konyo ko Jammeh ko bibita pago leto July 22nd Square. Ako documentary ni alafta ya play je kote. Nga samba je ya play je kote. Ayen kumande ako nye lafta ke na Director of Press. Nkai ko bari science and project ko le bembulu. Because after bidding out documentary killing the state gave me to do 17 documentaries of every single ministry in Gambia. Chinese embassy la fund. No, it was not Chinese, it was Taiwan.
Taiwan, yeah.
Taiwanese embassy will la fund will following jo $1 million. What time? So you got documentaries, 17 documentaries are be 1 million. So Njoguba was the Secretary General. I will say, sponsor. I will go okay. So I had to do every single ministry, what they're doing, ila do community, ila projects, all and everything. So Jammeh, unfortunately, I am not able to take a job right now. Because in documentary, Ninga will get out of the way. Then sinana ila do ko nyinta ko nyoko bari atadrong isininke on the side. Yalan Jammeh none of the fen. No. So after 6 months, mata andata dula dota enje. Biranja konyo na to fana State House at one of the receptions. Akonyo ko nga do ko dile man son nata. Nkai hana manke wote I just wanted to finish the documentaries first. Nkai ko bari sai wol bantala konyo bari sai woto na. Ntata yenta do ko la. I forgot I ko mbeta mala dawo ali diplomatic passport diala. Nga diplomatic passport so but what more diplomatic passport ina buka sei. Ndolla passport o chief of protocol ka be sorong office kono ni be sele ka ikatu jele nal be tamala akatara chief of protocol le bulu nal nata be sorong fengo sefo kono so a diplomatic passport didna Jammeh nata fo gayole ko na tama o tama al sabula je so ngado ko je for 3 months biri Amadou Skatete Jane bondi yente fanam bay so after nata find out ko yara fa Amadou Skatete Jane email ole kinu moye wo email ko na kay ko member State House na mole mu Fatu Camara so yo to men jebiri ala fengol intercept ngamre en toje email ko no so ko ha ante fana ndabe ko kono le ni Amadou Skatete Jane le be kukile wata ante brimbi je no mandiya mu fan telefono la so yem bay wala biri yem bay 2011 2013 Jammeh njayem kumandi akonyen ko yaje njahasele akonye mulle nate kumol fonye fonge bayi sa mako ye murna akonye murna. So that time niman son do ko tala Jammeh bulu, you also know what that means. So
Mhm.
muru koten 2013 ngado ko ta koten. I know a lot of people, journalists Ole Menufoko, I was the first to bring the journalists together to meet with him. All of that happened, and I used to also advise him in any awardol nata in Nigeria fenkol kafa, you really don't need this. So modern and Asafe Kaiko, we want you to be the Ikaiko, we want to give you an award as the #1 son of Gambia. Tata Yankai, but your excellency, you don't need this award. You're already #1 son. You are the president.
Mhm.
Then mbiji enka okusi fal ke jamani fennata so modo en advice ko ni membe do ko you need to be careful ni lafta ni ko lale, don't be stopping him from it ka ko bari wolem tonyat, he doesn't need this. But ngamara wo be buka diae wati do en clear ko lafta Miss Africa University be Miss Ol be natila pure na la
Mhm.
nkai ko data la office nkai ko your excellency, I don't think this is a good idea ko nyumune atina nkai is your birthday and your
Mhm.
wife is there. Ngai ko kana dindin sunkuto nata ko ngai ko nun cost fa nambe share la ko no is only $100,000, it's not a problem, but ngai nati ngai no kanake ngai ngatu je nin kan live festival sotuta say invite what would be more ideal akonyo no
Mhm.
problem. Jawara la birthday the same that je ngai bi mu jawara la birthday akonyo aje min kai Facebook akonyo fo jawara be Facebook len kai hani bari al molla safe je ala jarba tolo wala safe
Mhm.
ngai kon tede ni muitati fen kai ala birthday akonyo ko mun kai ko cake sang wala nga fen kiaye nga gift dia la asonta no gift samba. So he was definitely very nice if he wants to, and the more
Mhm.
if you make sense, so may problem or not in long. I don't know if that is the reason, but I think I men suspect inata nu a press release do na ko dindingo do letata school la for China lembang India
Mhm.
India na Gambia dindingo lembe India. So school le safaro ke ko dindingo do le biji aka sira le aka dolo minga aka taike aka kolu ke, so ye file on at in the office iko nga press release safe to say ko woka dolo le minga aka taile sa aka kete ko no nko I don't think it's a good idea. Iko why ko imagine news kono nyimbama be siri nga be news jibela fo sina babulu fo sina tabulu Gambia be nyame nga moto kumandi nga fo kari membe India kaka dolole minje aka taile saba
Mhm.
school ko ba bailale nko I don't think that's a good idea. So nga ako nga filo ni nati immediately nga minute nga samba nga mera nyanta dila nung wata sabali nung secretary general atabe busy nga ma sign no because ning to le fengo fen safe secretary general has to approve on it, then yena samba nga nete alone because you work in that office.
Yeah.
So bidin tata metol taraji, then I took it to the secretary to cabinet nga man secretary general skip, but because he was busy and the file had to go before Jammeh office obula nga the secretary to cabinet la waya sign. So brio was sign we was samba wala samba drong 5 o'clock njita do ko la drong PMO yan command, it was after work ikonye letter obeja nakama that letter kama bring a letter kama. I did not want to open it because I had Fatu show, it was on a Thursday. So that
Mhm.
Fatu show okay pana Fatu show bang nga letter yele nga you are fired, you are dismissed or something. Then nga fo la tirkay automatel kam mako na show to ko nyete be show la teng ibe diamu la teng letter be te buliyete bayrete mo fo jibe ako
Mhm.
nyete mal mu nekitela, so akita wala nyama. So the
This
second
was the
time,
second time.
it was the second time, it was in 2013 ofana karisaba ndena ta doko
Mm.
na junol malaf karisaba abe ko karisaba.
Wow. So I really want us to come to that in a bit, but just to take a step back to look at any Jambetemo at the State House, how was he like a person? Because it had Daraja didn't want at the State House.
Yeah.
It also. And Dungala no fanang iko Jambe, he has a big ego, but it mansal bela wadi,
Mhm.
ibukala fiye Daraja for etambit. How was that navigating that tricky balance inside?
Definitely,
Ha.
definitely, Officer O'Connor,
Hmm.
we told Jammeh was the nicest person. We did not see anything. Ngwaje Kanyin Coleman, Votumo, Sanaman Jangyol, and all these people. I did not even know they were there. They were coming to State House and in Yunkul Bay. Wallahi te
Hmm.
jelafang. Because Ntolmen Bekonoto, maybe the military were the ones that know all this stuff. But for us, many along come be officer in drone kono. Mbuka
Hmm.
fenlo. Because ngalo ne ko hani jameni gift na ta officer kono. Because president what mol bina ka gift on natil. Jammeh ka sidro nga yafo ko okay alata nimbe jila wato wati fo ni fensi ji asala gifto na ta ayatala or maybe ninta ta yesi ko president bita bul food fenko to bita o Moscow to imam baba linyo la Moscow to je gunjur isa fo president bita to nal bota to al nata momo fasa fo al nim fendi yesey alinyinta al na yesey na bota wala fanan asisi fanan ngasi dro ko ala fo mo bena benga na nga State House ground asi mano bondi sukuro diwli na adi mo bela. You know, he has that side in him. But if he can also be very moody. Dol bije si jino yena yedungala officer kono komte na luntango soto I'll have to go as the press secretary to see what is happening ngatara je nga feke nga media welcome in. So dole sita yedundro ko good afternoon your excellency ayede ate dankula. Nakaw fananke. So London Duntadra, good morning, Your Excellency, is good afternoon. So at least he has some patience because kenunjuna naka diamu. Komte na do ko keka no mol ka fani kana nyinke de nyimman koy nyimbe nyina kala but he never blew up on any of those what time. And then he wasn't saying ko maybe I'm famous or this, he wasn't doing anything honestly. Bayro drong aka mem fonye ko mol le nyum fonte ama mol fana ya batandile nung people were talking to him a lot. Ika kuma jaba fai. So wala tin ayin kijo bondi le fayalon ko mansa kunda do ko man la fala koteng because mansa kunda has a lot of people many alon ko they engage in office politics in terms of nimmo bebe do ko la ite mela do ko long imam fenno because mo jamali yes somebody they are not qualified to be there so far ke bi fenke nyine ke bi nyindo nyine ke bi ikeke wala nyama. So because of wala na hani mansa kunda do ko dala en kijo bela bondala but intenate we had a very good relationship. For Kabira biting in this manner, I arrest. I thought that was very bad. And then I went after him. You know, even though more Bafokan but at the same time, I am by line sorrow. Susulali betinya. So I went after him.
No, I really want us to come to that in a bit. But Yafonunko, you spent about 3 months and then you fell out with him in Akuyata and Atebay. So by how long bayo kola mu inate arrest? Was that around the same time or ijam fatanyola?
Ngamera, it was about a few months. A few months later, inatang arrest. Waltole mo tip of the nakafenyuko information also to the kile puri arrest. So I was told to be careful or to leave the country.
What was that about? Do you know to this day?
I really don't even know. I don't know. I don't manfenke. So that was why in defananko inte borila. Because manfenke. You know, I think mole are mislead. Yalong Gambiano, if you have a strong personality, come and tell Sifal, like Fenten na Jusokono. But people don't get it. Because you have a strong personality, itete see like a mole, but you can decide here. Then after menkela, nka calculate mfangwe ngake. So ntola mole ma wolong. So ito after men na drong, yetara steering ni samba ye fay karawo karale fay je ha fenkele beti ata class batela le ate akumo fatale aketa tenne. I do not believe that. I have my own personality and this is who I am and this is mole lo nyinela. Ntita no ngam fango falling ngam fango jindi ngam fango doyandi mo lafta men ngam fango dendi atala be kuruyari. I am not like that. With me what you see is what it is. So ngamere ya fenkele ya mislead le ikay ko ay nyinni ke maybe wala bula ara sola bare hani NIA fango yanne ndema fenke ko ya fanyen.
But based on because you're on Gambian for and has anybody confronted you may ko keso reben ko de
hani fe monfo
wow
rient aresi samba je man fe fonye iko nyen ko ha ko tele ko jammeni dole be nekare yolo folo fonye iko nyen to ko ni jammeni dole be nekare ko ente ko ha ngaje musodo nata because now ntene ni molbe Cairo soto so man la fi tol
no you don't have to definitely
you know so ngaje musodo kumandi kon tele ko man jammeni jumal be nekare ko ya iko ha fulan jango ko nyi tata no Senegal ko ha tata munela je because I was supposed to work with TFM nko entata nung because Jammeh kon kana fonti telekono kote nga ina show stop le ko kana nyada bondi telekono so entata nung TFM le pour ni do ko ke so konye ko nko ko ha deni konye mbela phone be print lale yenna phone record sol be print yaje ko ine kumandi ko la password dinna nganna password dila na email password ngadi le konye mandunno nko e kadu mintole konye kadu hotmail nko e mu gmail le tite dunno la gmail password la hotmail nge ma ko ali dung so dunta na email ko ne ko ha maybe taka information or di panderi le na phone check no information from panderi yenna email check no information from panderi so e menno commandi nun to be state witness fatu reker fatu atele nyanta kala no state witness ti katara Jammeh site so e kate ko atoko ko kai na dunna email ko na safero ke je ka safe this is Fatu Camara giving information to Panderi something like that but you know if you do that the dates would say it right akonye barata song so that was what happened I think they tried to frame me to kind of put information in but it did not work because what time obirimita anu Senegal natel tata nu nyola so maybe they wanted her to be the state witness because we since for 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. Wala no soron di roin yinti bari. Iman na mankeno. So en fenko nata ena ila deputy director nata konye ye nyine fode ko ngi samba ngi charge manfenje ngila email o sa leda ko nyente be tonya fola ko ngila call bi otuma ka fa list mento mu list ya bantal almane mani kala ko nga fengol be jibele manfenje ngila email o jibele ngila text message o dibe manfenje ako nye bari iko bawete you are popular Guardian nyol BBC nyol be la story karele Amnesty International nyol so ko ngi samba court yeta yesom ako nye ko e fengo fen fo sondrong ni sonta after ni bota court kono drong iba be drop lale isi charges be drop after 25 days so ndefana ntata court nko ko make man lawyer fa soto Edward Singate wala be siri nunje Edward ko okay nte batala ata case dolla so where case woninta ha akita wala nyama
how was it like all of a sudden you know, you had a very comfortable life, and all of a sudden you see yourself in mile 2. And mile 2 la quarter, you know, abalafa warata, you know, tajirinte atilimbalial dol bafala ko bambadinka beje molu Kenya je akakole back. How was that for you? It must have been difficult. You need dingol mantra nyokang and all of that.
Mile 2 naka NIA biri sama NIA mga mol tara nunjel bari be munun kewalti. So come, you know, I like to talk about things ninyayaje. So very parole that I was talking about it inside there. Ikafontele nunko detaini la spokesperson. Kewal men wije kan kumandi wala. Because it will be jenu ke treat nyame te sonne la borol min son dara kata membe jutin kay ko mol bulay la borol min ibulay nyinke nyindo bulay nyinke so bari biri li paro dati fonya li paroje wodo ngone stop ta ka kedite ni la spokesperson because te kukile wo ngadi amono le sonko bari bala lipo I don't like that so biri lungo men na ngaje lungo lundo nyin 10 o'clock ngaje mol be nata bring mol nata ikonye ko nyu jumalti nga ena e boys onye ko nyalla state house boys ole ko juma iko sana manja nyun ko ndema nyun lo mbesiri nje drong Amadou Sane ya samba kono to wolole Amadou Lipa
Amadou Sane the executive member UDP
ya nati na benunje Amadou yentara jele so bila ata entara ena ya nata nala samato ya bonda be salji mutola so akonye ngi fama lonne bake nkay ko kay fama lonni to le male muneke nyokan so mbe kachala den rina tenata Amadou Sane Samba anin dinno dole malang fana UDP iko UDP kayto dole safay nung pour ka fo kayta asylum la ngama bitaka nunne through ferio to ya muta so yolne malal lipani Amadou Sane anin dole fana munu wolngole ye be lipa so biri ye lipa inata ngaje Amadou boyta ketuta so bila ketuta don tenga kumbo dati wuri tanga kumbo nko e muneketa iko no diabetes le bala nko e diabetes bari kunun tani nyin siman tajande muneketa iko diabetes so ngamra wolto le tata fo nyuni alkana kuma fo nyiye alkana fem fay So, Amadou Be Boykabe Keturing, it was tough. It was that was very scary. So ngaje Amadou la Muso Nata, Anti Khadija. I see nati. Bira nata ikaye ko Amadou Sane be interview abe kachante bakela tembe nyakela iteng prime GB nga fire member caring. But interfana was very risky. I don't even know, but I was trying to get her attention to tell her your husband is not okay. So mbakra lamba nyakela tembe dia anti Khadija la fara maje. Anti Khadija maje so anata isi wangona edomoro nati ikaye tajela no because nata every day akajele. But then he was in a critical condition. Jero stopped her. I see monati amaje I konto I dasa monati amaje I konto monati amaje ikatuwa fulai na besanto. So
Nibe Libala, sorry to come in. Ikaki keneba Albania la bam fweke
no kisamba kono tole nibe lipale kisamba kono tole so ibe lipaka nenung biring 10 o'clock fonga 4 a.m.
Allahu Akbar.
Ntaman sino ntata nu nyal bi ka wurol moyle so ntaman sino because biring boy sol natale ini moto dunta after funtita ye fem fingol dum ifuntita ye fem fingol dum biri fem fingol dum na ya dunne tambita kote dunta so biri ngeje wol nyama drong after nante ko ni maybe fenne keta nante ka jonglal moyle bari utu mo malon num because nene maje yalo ni be gambe ka moy bantale bari jemu kalo so fo biri nata ye Amadou nyol lipa
so but personally it among any incident of beating sort of
ni mantel lipa bari biri Amadou nyol lipa I became uneasy. So I told the guards when we duty ko ntema hani iko muneketa nko ni na tanteli padrong iko ni no iko ni justice minister dole benunji I think he was Sanyang I can't remember his first name iko ni justice minister biri na ta lipa nko na sasatale so iko ni te fana ni na ti lipa mba fole no ko sasatale so Walter Lente I ceased to be the spokesperson of the detainees. I became very scared. So Lundong ko ilafatala lopitan le mankende and it's okay. I was like, it was crazy. Ini mole domo so manda I will te bebe ketula, ibe boila. So yensamba lopitan. But ye boro me mfanandina I was scared. I didn't want to take it. So mela boro ta and then sita wenyama fombotaje.
So I also want us to move on to you're going into exile and all of that. But Yanimbe move louder. You've had to mention any other attempts that were made to kind of implicate you and all of that. Did the state ended up succeeding in building up a case against you at all?
No. It actually go giving information to Pandit, but there is no evidence. So Bitilo, I have on your call a puri dunna email to kind of put an email there. I don't think that was possible because maybe a man's song I offer, but also fana it wouldn't make sense because in here email comes with a timeline. Email over there so yes. And if I whatever pandela reply of an angela, but until email is as of A to Z, te pandela to jelaje. Because more than in a dictatorship, it a risk sifata. In Gambia, woman sense make. So imana evidence on tata court and bring tata court yembula, yembiel, I think it was for 15 million. 5 million, I'm sorry, 5 million. So yembel 5 million, then na XKO mako arrange ya jo. So yembula biri yembula den to mobe nata sila ko funti Gambia malla fi funti lanu so I
want us to come to that but I just want to take this opportunity to remind people and the viewers listeners back home in Gambia that albe Bitilo la moy kan Allah badi malum falli federa nga Fatu Camara de Sorejang Fatu nga moment so kan jibe right now it's almost 2,000 viewers. This is the highest we've ever had on Bitilo here, both on YouTube and on Facebook, Radio Fanangonyama. But in Safale Doronko Ba Alwejang, in Saldani Naltara YouTube, I'll say subscribe to the channel also. And I'll say Kibaro Fanantaka, Futandi Molma, Yinakam Fanam Wakilindi, Yinaka Kibaro Janjang Sony and Dino. But most of the Nimenka Kibaro Kemamu Ibrahim Sonko is going to join us in a bit. Sonko Deni Bulola Mutaran, Wala Nama Detinu. But afaram felentinjang kontan dan sewo da kasoro bar fatu lafta ngata damendo wala mu yedamento chori membe dending ila tarola ela bo mile to kono to going into exile because ndolbe jele je ninje nga moy ngaje fenkoto e kafenya dile nga moy Fatu Camara bula billa ye Fatu Camara bula billa la case be ikanyanda murla court kata kitio tende jeni je dorom parakat nga moy dol ka bortal dol ko ma amambori bari jeni je nga moy ngaje billa America. How did that happen? I think to this day mo Jamal Malong, how did you manage to escape Jammeh? Watu ena elie sembo soto sojerol beje Jammeh kullo nyol soto police soto everywhere. But to this day it's a mystery. How did that happen? Just to also American embassy label la moto ko de yefindi
law be moyle dol kon dun takkulungol la dol kon kita tenne ngamre yalo nimmo innocent ma fenke alaka ma ko nte believe wala so biri yambula nun te ko nun te funti la Gambia so ni miti wol kitale ni mol min yalon ko halisa ndina mo wolfo but maybe after one day coach fela ka fonyo buko safe maybe one day I ba mira kan so birim bata je ntata meeting follow la damen ndunta wolia it's wol nene nte to fola not right now man see so ngaje Hassan Suchi la natalo ke la fenkoto ila bungo kono so ko nyako ite say ko Gambia biri just bula ni mo male meeting ko puto ba ka ken wolti be nyini ka kam mo ketate ninte so nga Hassan Suchi je la o borma muso nyin ngala natalo je la bungo kono ko nyete bori ko bari nyi muso Hassan Suchi amambori ko nyimbala sate abiji abe kelela ji hanisai ikonye is not the same konye the situation ita en dictator la kadil funti so mbama be nun jang America jang na broda nyol bijay man sino every day kolo iko fonga funti amang ko be falale so at some point I couldn't do anything. I had to leave. So bota Gambia nyame bota ni Gambia ni silo kanela mamabo mbesiri moto kono infa poliso famo lift dani le famo poliso ep moto kono
wow
mbesiri moto kono poliso bije amma maybe amansu mam makeup mam fenke normal poliso lift dani ngam lota ngam so lift abulata moto kono natata fo silo ka be jila da ma jita je nte koftan tata foni ma fangola dunta jankono Cassamance. So on tarta to whole day, then a samonga flight from Cassamance to Dakar. Dakar.
That must have been terrifying. Like that journey from between Ibestir in Demen to Karafo Airport. Karafo border.
Yeah. Karafo border to data Cassamance. Dunta je bije konyuko kana noise jamake because jamang koi. Ombe ko no je memenu ya je ni bije. For flight or not. Within flight or not, I was the last to get in the plane. Mobe duntale. Inte dunta drum plane no take off. Birimbe bola je fana birinta Dakar fana was the same to come to the US. Mobe le follow dunta. Inte dunta drum plane no take off. So of course facilitations ketale na karola ye mako mo jamale ye mako. Because yalo wo kai wo bet coordinate la no nyama ni mako rosto. Every bem pick la Gambia and it will be it was all coordinated. So phono men bem bulumbe ni will be communicate kan phono men na nga to Gambia. Nga phono to jere so nga phono because ngalo ni nun ko ninta biri ya fanyo ko ninta be mutala. I already made my plans. So mbota Senegal le ko ni se be mutala ngana passport le follow so nga ID card muta. The ning immigration director then na benta airport Senegal abita kan Gambia kai ko DG ko kan ko aje ko filter because I know I was saying that because later they were going to come for me and they will run my passport ngai ko filter ko ni ID la katama felen denta fly tola ako hanga ID use ntata nganna passport ta ngabula na shura ko yalo mo export to sama tol kon because inata na bungon jinile ye kaito ni na passport ni I had a valid US visa. So nga passport bula sama tol kono nga tuji ko ID la be filter.
So no, because Nyaja Ninka, Ibrahim is going to come with a question in a bit. Nyaja Ninka, that journey, because personally, I think this is the first time that I'm talking about it. I nearly also went on exile. This was wata men ben radio do comme ka ben fay ka sile ye rumol moy mol ba fule ko he ngam moy NIA ngam badin card so NIA le ko kan e kambale but mine was in connection to said mati jawla muto you know ni said mati jawnyol benum pendel kono nung university at the time Bri said mati muta ntol bena sila ko probably we will all gonna fall victim of that. I remember you know ngana fudin ngom sika mbe ferio walina bari abe is full of anxiety ibe mira kan he jumala ben jibe kan ibe arrest la jande ben kelatene so I can definitely relate. Ibrahima, you have a question?
Yes.
Ibrahim Pala, 1 second. Jenny can modole ya for Ako airport in Cassamance. Yes, Cassamance airport also to the Sigansor.
Sigansor,
So
yeah.
they have regional flights. Menuka Malta, Sigansor, Aesamba Dakar. So yes, they have flights every time.